Uh-huh. This is a reflection of you because you're the cashier supervisor, and then you called your boss to get to the bottom of what's happening. So I'm asking you, as the boss of the cashiers, why did somebody on your team and staff look at me, grab the scanner out of my hand? It was over here. We gave it to him. He was like, hey, man, here. He reached over the wood and the doors and went bloop, bloop, bloop. And I said, hey, man, they're going to take care of the transaction. They got it. I'm out. You're being a racist. And that's the truth. I don't have a racist bone in my body. And you know, you got that racist energy all over you because you're not even willing to apologize, fix it, and point out the inconsistencies of what you know and your training and what the policies are. You're wrong. You're wrong. And I want your full name, and I'm going to reach out to the people who own this place, who is the CEO of Home Depot is my neighbor in Atlanta. Okay? So you don't have to give me a name. I'll figure it out.
Welcome to Tipsy Gossip. I am Roz Mixon here with the host, Marcy Diamond, and Ken Shock Tyrese going off in Home Depot. Mm-hmm. It's been an odd year. I did not picture Tyrese going off in Home Depot. That's the last place I picture him going off at, but here we are. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I guess he gave his card to someone because he said it was getting too crowded with people recognizing who he was. And he just wanted the people that has worked for him, he said, for 10 years to finish the transaction. And the girl at the register decided to give all them a hard time, saying he didn't have his ID. He needed to have his ID. You should have seen her face, though. She's just like, the whole time he's talking to her, she's no remorse, no, hey, I'm sorry, no problem. We'll take care of you, nothing.
Or she's probably making, what, $10-12 an hour?
Right?
Disgruntled.
Horrible. So I'm happy he blasted her.
Kenshaw, what do you think? Why is my camera so close?
He said something about her being racist. I want to know who she was being racist towards. Because if he had already left the store, she wasn't asking him for his ID. She was asking whoever was doing the transaction. So was she being racist towards the people doing the transaction? Or does he feel like she was being racist towards him?
I'm guessing the people who were doing this transaction. She probably seen. It's probably.
So I'm assuming that they weren't white.
Right. So this guy's working on this house. It could have been anything, Hispanic or black, and she's seen him with a credit card and started trying to harass him.
Okay, because that was a little confusing because I was like, I don't understand how that comes into play. But okay, so it was probably towards the people that were checking out his stuff. Okay.
Yep. And then look at her ugly ass face.
And what's your last name?
I'm not giving you my last name.
I've never heard that before. Okay.
She's got that.
You have a good night. All right, Karen. Okay, Karen, take care.
Who's that guy?
Thanks, Karen. What time do they close, Manuel?
Oh, maybe that's the guy she was racist against.
Mm-hmm.
What time? Excuse me. What time you close the store? What time you close the store? 10 o'clock.
I'll be on my way.
Oh, look, I'm gonna be on my way. How long did this shit go on? Tariq's like, I got time today. Fast 9 is coming out soon. I got time today. I don't know if I would have went through all this. Was it that? I mean, there's times to stand up for for the situation, but sometimes it's like it's just assholes just keep going on with your life. Why is
Right.
my camera so zoomed in? I feel like I'm like right up on the camera like this. I don't know. He must have just been bored because if I already left the store and went home on my couch, I'm not gonna get up and come in to just come argue with your punk ass. You're going to just deal with it on your own.
True.
Unless she was just blatantly out racist saying, you know, calling us slurs. I
Right.
mean, I mean that's the only way I would get up and even bother with it.
I think what she probably did is rang everything up, knowing that he had given them permission to use his card. She rang everything up, and then when he went to pay with the card, she refused to process the transaction. So she wasted all of that time ringing up the transaction and everything, knowing that he had given permission for them to use his card, and then denied the transaction. That would have made me get up. I would have been like, "Oh, I will be right there."
Thank you, Julie, for the shout out. Sending love your way.
Julie, thank you.
It's I don't know. Yeah, I get it. You wasted my time now. I feel like I'm wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if I got time, like if this was happening to me tomorrow, I'm gonna sit home. I mean, but he must have had time. It's like I'm coming in there. We finna get this straight. We finna get this straight tonight. What time I close? I close at 10. Okay, I'll be there.
Yeah. Yep. So he said, I got time today.
I got time today.
He
Cool.
showed up. But everybody was saying how together he kept it. He never lost his cool. He never called anybody names. He just kept saying, you got a problem, lady. And that was it.
I don't know because I want to see the original situation. So he's buying stuff to get some repairs on his home or whatever. I guess probably building some more. He has like a whole
Benny
Yeah, Benny Hanna in the back of his
and
house.
a dry cleaner. I heard he sold that house though. I heard
he sold the house.
Yeah, I heard he sold that one
because he had the giant Optimus Prime in his backyard. Yep. He sold that house. Wow.
Yep.
Well, he's working on his new house and he's trying to get all this shit taken care of, and these people being assholes. So I get it. But to get up and come back, he must have really got pissed off.
I'm trying to get an Optimus Prime in my living room.
I'm surprised you got the new one that transformed itself.
That's the one I'm trying to get.
I know a lady with Transformers in her front yard in Naples. It's fucking crazy. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's voice activated. I want it so bad, but it's so expensive.
How much is that thing? Like $500?
$1,000.
$1,000?
Yep.
Shit. I don't know.
Here it is. I already found it.
Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television.
Wow.
I am standing out in front of the world famous Transformer House in North Naples, Florida. It's on 109th Avenue North in Naples Park. We've seen it during my walks in the morning in the daytime.
Is that the hard rock guitar?
Got all the lights on, getting ready for Halloween.
I think so.
I just wanted to share it with you.
I want to see it during the daytime because you can't really get a good feel of it.
And with that being said, if you are listening to us on the streaming services, SoundCloud, iTunes, Amazon Music, make sure you come to the YouTube, search Marcy Diamond, subscribe to the channel, watch the videos. The videos are a lot better. It's good to listen to us, but it's better to see us. Even though my camera's all zoomed in, I feel like I'm Mr. Potato Head on camera, but it's all good though. We're working with it. So it's been a while. What have you ladies been up to?
What have you been up to, Ken Shock?
Not much. Had a rough couple of weeks, but
Have you?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I did go to my son's for the Super Bowl, and we had a good time there. He made food, and so
Good.
that was a good time.
They're from Germany. This couple.
Did they freak
There's.
out?
Go ahead.
Did everybody freak out during the Tubi commercial?
What commercial?
The Tubi commercial, they start changing the channels. They pretend like it was changing the channel.
No, I never seen that.
Y'all didn't see that commercial in the Super Bowl?
Can you show it?
Oh my god! It was a commercial where it made it seem like their TV was changing the channel to go to Tubi and watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith on that channel.
No
And
kidding.
people across the world was freaking out, thinking that somebody was changing the channel. Some girl that she broke with her boyfriend because he yelled at her for 5 minutes, thinking that she had the remote. It's been crazy. A lot of people fell for it.
That kind of reminds me of when my son, I don't know why, but him and his friend decided to take our remote controller. We all have the same in our HOA. We have the same service for Fission TV by Hotwire. And he went and he was changing this dude's channels through his window, and they were just laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He said, oh, we went to this old dude's house down the street. We're changing his channels. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was so funny. I'm like, who does that shit? Bad kids.
Or people who like a good time. I'm sitting here in my mind going,
Voyeurism.
No, that's not voyeurism.
Okay.
Not really?
Here's a reaction. Somebody reacted to Tubi commercial. So like it comes up, the menu comes up. See?
They're like, am I sitting on
They thought
it?
that they were supposed to change the channel. Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
I thought I moved it.
That is cute.
So since we talked about the Super Bowl, let's get into it. The halftime show. Rhianna
My God.
now showed the world she was pregnant.
It was so good. And everybody had smack to talk about it.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I was expecting that her have somebody come out here and do a guest come out, but I guess the guest was her baby. But I enjoyed the halftime show. She did her thing.
They were relentless. They were like, oh, people were like, I thought she was going to have a guest. Who cares? Why does she have to have a guest?
It was,
And then
I was shocked how many women was hating on her. There was a lot of women hate. Y'all don't like each other, do y'all? Women just can't get along for nothing, huh?
Yep. I swear to God. But they didn't like
disagree,
how.
but
With what?
that women can't get along. Some women can get along, but a lot of women get jealous over stupid stuff. And that's the only way that they know how to show it, is to just be mean to the people that's around them. So
I love Rhianna too, Robert. Robert, I love Rhianna too. I was happy to see her up there. I was shocked to see she was pregnant because, like I said, I wasn't expecting that. But
my daughter, my granddaughter picked up on that right away. They was like, is she pregnant?
I know. I was like, either she had a baby just recently or she's pregnant again.
Well, she had the baby, but ASAP couldn't wait. ASAP is living up to his name, like people were saying. Baby after baby. I mean, how many he's gonna give her? Probably at least one more. He's gotta give her one more. If he doing back to back like this, you gotta give her one more.
Yeah, because they just had a baby in May, so that means she got pregnant. She got pregnant like 3 or 4 months after.
My brother saw it and was telling me he saw it quick. I mean, can you blame him? I mean, well, y'all don't understand, but If you're a guy, are you pulling out on Rihanna? I'm not pulling it out. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it's amazing. It has to be some of the best in the world. You're not pulling out on Rihanna.
Why? Why does it have to be some of the best in the world?
Because it got everybody going crazy. Had Chris Brown going crazy. Had Drake going crazy. Who else? She had
So
some.
based on past history of dudes that dated her, that's how you come to that conclusion.
Yeah, the fact that they'll if she was to come on TV and say, Drake, I want you back, and he would run to her barefoot through glass to get her back.
Okay, I guess that's some evidence. So
Some women,
you had an answer.
the way, like, if you see, you can tell by the way her exes react. Erica Badu is like that also. She turns men out. She turned out Andre 3000. She turned out Common. She turns them out.
Yep.
Common from Chicago. He out here wearing
Take it.
knitted shirts and hats and outfits and shit. Erica Badu put it on so good.
Absolutely. It's fine.
So, Keisha, what do you think of the performance?
I thought it was a good performance. I was being bombarded by questions during it. Like, how did they set the stage up? And so I was like, shut up. But the next day, I found it hilarious that the internet called her dancers marshmallow men. I found that hilarious. But I thought the show itself was pretty good. I thought she did a really good job because she hadn't been on stage in 6 years. So this was like her comeback. I think she did an excellent job.
I don't think she's going to perform again. We probably won't see her another perform for another 6 years. She makes all her money for Savage 50. I mean, she's not going to put out an album. She's living off of that. She's a billionaire. What she need to perform for? I'm not mad at her, and I'm not mad at ASAP.
That's the same thing I was thinking, is that all that makeup, she's set. She's fine.
I felt kind of bad because I was like, I can't imagine what her pre-show jitters must have been like. I ain't been on stage in 6 years. What if I mess up? I can't imagine. My anxiety immediately kicked in, and I was like, I got secondhand anxiety.
Robert Rick, she's worth $1.4 billion. I think she's at that level where she probably doesn't even get that anxious about it. It's just second nature to her. She's a performer. She's one of the best. For getting back in the groove, she was on point, but them dances like sperm moving around. Yeah, I heard that. There's, it says all ASAP sperm moving around. Hold on, wait a minute before we go any further. I thought she was taking down that Christmas tree. Wait till she come back. No, but I enjoyed the performance. I don't know what the hate was about.
I don't either.
Was people expecting her to break dance and get on the ground and roll around and do all type of? She never did that stuff anyway, really.
I have no idea what they expected, but I think she did. Like I said, I think she did an excellent job. I think she did. There was nice transitions between the music that she did, and what did you? Now that we know that she's pregnant, because I didn't know, I didn't care, but I didn't know. But what got me on the radar for her halftime show was she triggered Trump.
Yeah,
he went after her.
That's because she said that he can't play her music anymore at his
Exactly. But I saw the Trump side first. I was like, that's what I saw first. I was like, why is he picking on Rihanna? What is she? So I had to dig into it a little bit. And that's when I found out she was like, you can't play my music. You can't, And she did a little artwork that said, F Trump and all this, that, and other. And he came for it, but the Twitter trolls and her backup crew drug him through the mud.
Yeah, she has a
They,
fan base. You don't want to mess with that fan base.
yeah, her fan base drug him. And I was like, and he didn't say nothing else. He just shut up and sat in the corner like he was supposed to. I was like, man.
She has one of the like top 5 fan bases that you don't want to mess with. It's like her, Nicki Minaj is number 1, Beyonce number 2. You know, Nicki Minaj will have you. Her fan base, they'll put your whole address. They put your whole address online. Your picture of your house, picture of your kids. They don't play.
Yep.
So them fan base you don't want to mess with. You know, and Trump
I know. They're out of control sometimes.
thought he was gonna say something slick to Rhianna, not get any feedback, and nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, he's shitty. He's shitty. I wish he would just shut the fuck up. I swear to God. Shut up. Stay off Twitter. Stay off these social platforms. So dumb.
So
But see, he
there's
didn't know who
more.
he was coming for when he came for her. Because he didn't say anything. You heard crickets from him after her fan base went after him. He didn't say nothing. Not one word. I was looking. I was Googling everything. And he had absolutely nothing to say.
You don't want those problems. Some problems you just don't want. Another controversy that came from Rhianna is this cover.
Yeah.
A lot of the what's the crowd I'm thinking for the what's the men type, the so-called alpha males, the high value men are saying that ASAP Rocky's being emasculated by being led by Rhianna and holding the baby while she's in the spotlight.
She said she didn't expect for her whole family to be on the cover. She thought it was just going to be her. And she's appreciative of them for putting her whole entire family out there like that. And I guess when she's holding his hand, she just thought it would be her on the cover.
I mean, but what is ASAP supposed to do? He's supposed to put, be dragging her by her hair. That's how he's supposed to be showing he's a man. You know what I'm saying? What do people expect? It's an article about Rhianna, not not about him. It's about her. Sometimes you gotta let your woman shine. If your woman's in the spotlight, baby, go do your thing.
Right.
It's not about you.
Yep.
People, these strange men out here need to chill. Cause
she's a billionaire now from that makeup line. She got 42 shades. Makeup, 42.
And already he's holding his baby. That's his son. I mean, let him, let him do his thing.
And then on top of that, she called her son what?
What she call her son?
She called him fine. And everybody had a cow over it.
It's gotten to the point, where I don't even care no more about being canceled because they gonna find something no matter what you say. We might just start saying what we really feel on these shows because it doesn't. I mean, you can't. I mean, she can call her son fine. I mean, it was. I mean,
I didn't see anything wrong with it neither. So who cares? So she thinks he's fine. So some girl was like, "Who calls their son fine like that?" And she's like, "His mother." She clapped right back.
Say that about my sons all the time.
Yeah. So chill out, lady.
But that tells you more about the person that's saying it than it does about you.
Yeah.
I say my sons are handsome, fine, cute, whatever, all the time. But when their mind goes to, oh, you must be attracted to your son. No, that's your sick mind that would be attracted to your son because that never crossed my mind at all.
Exactly.
But there has been a growing, not growing, but there have been some women who talk about their sons. It's over the top, like talking about, he's fine and that type of thing, and other women chime in, oh, wow, look at your son. Can I get some time with him? Shit, crazy shit like that, you see on Facebook or whatever. So,
But again,
People,
that tells you more about them. Those are sick people.
yeah, it's
Those are
sick
sick
people.
minds.
Yeah.
That's just when somebody automatically, like, they talk about librarians or groomers because they want to leave books on the shelves.
Oh
That
God.
says more about you than it does about the librarian.
Right.
I've
What
never
they,
been afraid of a librarian a day in my life.
Exactly.
what they
Oh,
leaving
God
books on the
forbid she teach me how to read and give me some knowledge.
No
wait? Because they're
kidding.
leaving books on the counter. They grooming people. What is that
Because
new?
some of the books talk about sensitive subjects, and there are some explicit, passages in it. It's not like the librarian is outside the library going, yo, 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 I got them
Yeah. Right.
sex passages. She's sitting at a desk waiting to check out books. That's all she's doing.
Yep.
So when people have disturbed thoughts like that by her, that are offended when she calls her son fine, he's a cute little baby. Am I a pervert now because I said her baby's cute?
Yeah.
In their minds, probably, because they're like, oh, why you judging a baby? I looked at it. That's why I'm judging it.
Well, you got people. It's gotten way over the top with people where you can't comment on anything now.
Right.
You can't say, "Oh, look at that fine little man. Look at that little man right there." Oh, so he's gonna call him a man. He's gonna identify as gender. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's annoying too. That's the left.
That, yeah, like
That's the
shut
left
up.
that does that, and that's annoying too. You're just gonna assume his gender.
Yeah, I did because he's wearing boy stuff. Shit.
Okay.
It's gone too far. It's like, okay, at first she was like, okay, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna just assume people's genders. Okay, I can work with you. It's like then they just keep pushing and pushing. It's like, relax. Is this if the worst thing that happens to you, somebody says sir instead of ma'am? I mean, people say a lot worse.
I
It's a
was always taught,
mistake.
if you don't know somebody's gender, you refer to them as they or them.
Yeah.
That's the English language pronouns that I was taught. He, she, they. You know, they had on a blue shirt. Was it a man or a woman? I don't know. They had on a blue shirt.
Right.
We don't have to do anything outside of those pronouns. Everything was covered. But people need to feel special for some reason.
I know.
And so they try to create these controversies or whatever to make themselves stand out. You're nothing special. There's 342 million of us in this country. You're nothing special. Shut up and move along.
You're nothing special. I like that. It's truth. I was telling my kid the other day that I feel sorry for a lot of transgender people because you're seeing now a lot of TikTok videos where they're saying they kind of made a hasty decision, did this stuff, and there wasn't really somebody there to tell them that they shouldn't do it. Now they've kind of made the switch and they regret it. So, and then how counselors and people in schools told them, yeah, you should do this. And so this girl got rid of her breasts and um, changed her whole life. And she said she's ruined now physically, can't orgasm, can't do any of that stuff. So I just feel bad, not for the ones that make the decision and they're cool with it, but the ones that made it and maybe aren't cool with it.
This is controversial to say, but that's why you shouldn't make that decision before at least 20, at least 21, 25. That's a
Yeah.
big decision.
I
No,
don't believe them.
you shouldn't make it. I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. A 5-year-old, 7-year-old should not
Right.
be. You should not be. I hate this. I mean, I'm sorry you get mad at me for saying this, but I mean, a
Nope.
7-year-old doesn't know what they want to be.
Yep.
But, well, any adult that's saying that they regret their transition I tend to not believe them because the process is at least 5 years, a 5 year span.
Not always, not always, not
No,
always, not for everyone.
you have to go through 2 years of therapy. You have to live as the gender that you want to become for at least a year. You have to
I've seen it been done sooner. It's been done
then
sooner.
that's not a legitimate process. That's somebody that went to a hack and had it done. Because the
No,
legitimate process, you have to have 2 years of therapy. You have to live as a year as the gender you want to be. Then you have to go through another year of therapy. Then you can get scheduled for your surgery.
that's
And
not,
after
no,
your surgery, you have to have another year of therapy. I've known 4 people that have gone through the process correctly, and it takes at least 5 years. And if you regret it after 5 years, then you weren't being true during the process.
that must be if you want the insurance to cover it. But if you want, if you got the
No,
money to
that's
pay for it, because
no.
I know somebody who's got it done sooner. They didn't go through all that. They didn't do it.
Then, like I said, they went to a hack. They went to somebody who didn't. They went to somebody and said, "I want to have this surgery done," and they did the surgery. And that's not the way the process is supposed to go. It's supposed to be, you go to somebody, you say, "I want to have the surgery done." They refer you to a counselor, and you have to do the 2 years of therapy, because the whole living as of that gender for a year is what is to acclimate you to what your life is going to be like as that gender.
Yeah.
And two of the people I work with, so I know that that's part of the process, because we got this whole big announcement about, this is what's going to be happening. And and I was very concerned for the person's safety, because but
I feel bad for them too. I worry about the way other people treat them, the way that they're received, the way that they're treated, the way that they're like, it seems like a lot of people harass them. You see it on TikTok, you see it on nightly news, like Tucker Carlson. He just can't seem to honor people that want to be called a he, that maybe were a she, or a she that want to be a he. I don't know. It makes me feel so bad for these people because they're already struggling in the skin they're in, and then you got people just shitting on them. It just makes me feel so bad. It really does.
well, if you show up next week and tell me to call you John, I will call you John.
Same with me. I said if you want me to call you a she and you was a he, I will say she. I don't have a problem with that. I don't understand why people got a problem with it.
Because these people want to interject their lives onto you because they have nothing better to do. It does not keep me up at night worrying about what goes on in the underpants of other people.
Exactly.
What goes on over there goes on over there. I pay rent here. When you start paying rent here, maybe I'll care, maybe not. I don't know. Leave some dishes in the sink, we might have to have an argument. But it's
Nah,
not going to be about
if
what
you paying
goes
rent,
on
you
in
can
your
leave dishes in
pants.
my sink. If you pay my rent, you can leave dishes. I got it. Don't worry.
No, that's
You
the
paying the
problem. I
rent.
want to do the dishes.
Hey,
But is like I said before, rules for thee, but not for me. They want you to follow what they want you to follow, but they don't want to follow the same thing. Because all these people that claim to be so religious and all this, that, and other, they running around killing people, cheating on their wives, lying. And I'm like, uh, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine.
Yep.
And that's all it is. They want to impose rules on people when they don't want to have to follow them themselves.
Yep.
And it's like, mind your own business. Just stay in your lane. Stay over there.
Yep.
people just don't do it anymore. They're always in somebody else's business.
They never did.
Constantly. Constantly. It's amazing.
This pandemic just really short circuited some people's brains. It really did. They really, the lack of human contact for almost 2 years drove them like straight over the edge. And I'm like, dial it
It
back,
really
Carol,
did.
dial it back.
It really did. I don't understand the what's the word I'm looking for? The intolerance for transgender people. I don't understand it. Because if you decide tomorrow you're a he, Ken Shock, I'm gonna call you a he. I'm gonna say he left the door open. Oh shit. He didn't shut the door. He didn't shut the refrigerator. Like who cares? I just don't understand why there's intolerance for people.
I can tell you a couple of reasons that I think. One, men feel like they're being fooled. They feel like they might have intimate contact with somebody and are being fooled.
But I think they would tell you. I think they would
They
tell
don't.
you.
They don't necessarily always tell you.
You don't. Oh, wait. Go back. You the one who said they don't have to tell.
Well, but they may
I
not
said
tell.
before they have any intimate contact, they don't have to tell. You before you so much as a kiss, you need to let that person know. If you have not had surgery, if you have had your surgery, you do not have to tell. I've been very consistent about that. I've been very consistent about that because that's my actual belief. So if you are fooling somebody, then they might get a little upset. The other thing I think is they may be attracted to trans people and don't want to admit it to themselves that they're attracted to trans people.
And that's
And
all. That's crazy because if they're trans and they're trans woman and you're like a woman, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You like women. They look like a woman. Of course, you're gonna get some type of attraction, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh well, I'm sorry. I don't. You can. I don't prefer to date trans women, but you mean you still might who's one of the famous trans the woman from Orange is New Black, the black woman. Like
I
if you
didn't know
didn't
that.
know, you'd be like, wow, who's that tall, tall black goddess? And you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, oh whoa, okay,
Can you show some pictures of Giselle NYC? If you look up
Giselle.
that name, it's Gizel and then NYC right behind it. I don't think there's even a space. She had the whole bottom surgery and everything, and she did a scene with a dude that I know for some BBW site that he owns, and I was like, wait, but I thought she was transgender. He's like, she did, but she had the bottom surgery like 20 years ago. She just keeps having it perfected, perfected, perfected. She keeps having it redone. But now she doesn't even bother to say anymore that she's transgender.
she doesn't
But
have to. She shouldn't have to.
she's so gorgeous, though. If you see her,
She
though,
should. I can't find her.
no, really,
Spell
Why
it
why do
again.
you think she should?
Gizelnyc. That's what she goes by, Giselle NYC. Giselle Body on Twitter. Yeah, you can see it. 14 hours ago, I feel these tits sometimes just to get all the bit as gooning for them. I'll show you a picture. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see
I
if it
see it. I
shows
found it.
up. Yeah, she and see I say she because who cares? That's what she wants to be called.
There she is, right there.
Yep. That was a former male, but she's had bottom surgery and she did a scene with a buddy of mine, and he said it's barely able to go in, but it still went in a little bit. But like, wow, that's amazing. And he's like, oh, she's had it perfected down there over the last 20 years, so you can't really tell. That's her on the right.
So if you didn't know and got attracted to her, you're not at fault. You're not anything like you're not less than a man. It's a shame you gotta tell people this. It's just that you see
Yeah.
though you've seen a woman, you got attracted. You know what I mean? It's not it's not the end of the world. You're not gonna
Right.
be start going to Pride weekend all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
There's a lot of men that I know of. I would say, well, not a lot, but 2 or 3 that I know of that only want to date transgender women. That's it. And a lot of times it's because they look better than regular women. So they're like, fuck that shit. I'm not going to get with a real woman. They won't want to get with a transgender woman because they're pretty.
So are they? Are they? Do they just? There's got to be something behind that. There's got to be more to it than just I just like trans
I
women.
know. This one guy said they asked a friend of mine, what is the perfect woman? He said a woman with a dick. And I was like, oh shit. So for him, that was the perfect woman.
So does it mean that he's bisexual because he wants the dick and the everything?
I don't know, because before that he did not date a transgender. He was dating a woman. So I don't really understand. I don't know if that's the proper way to say it. I don't want to offend anybody. But he was not dating a transgender.
Okay, because they say if you like trans women, you just like women. But at the same time, it's like if you like trans women because they have a penis, then that you should be. I mean that's different, right? That's just different than just being attracted to a woman, no matter what the circumstance.
There's a word
I
for
don't
that.
know.
Huh?
There's a word for that.
What is it?
It's
called futas.
Foodist?
Futas. Futas.
Wow, I never heard that. I'll have to look it up.
Don't. If you value your eyesight, do not Google that.
I'm going to do it right now.
Raj, you're not going to be able to show that.
I'm not showing it. He said FUTS.
FUTAS.
Wow. No, I'm not really seeing anything crazy. It's like
I'm just seeing a bunch of Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Anime.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look in the Urban Dictionary.
What does it mean again?
That's some
it's a female, usually with large male genitalia.
Oh, okay. I wish I knew that. I can't believe you knew something about the sex industry I did not know. I'm embarrassed.
I think I'm the one that should be embarrassed.
I didn't know that.
Right? How'd you know that? Where'd you pull that out of?
The Caribbean.
That's the Caribbean. I don't know. Yikes! You learn something new every day.
Hot Fuda on Male Action. Don't miss it.
I want to play a video.
Okay.
Because the way people reacted to it was kind of crazy, and I was like, it could have been avoided. Okay, so this woman's working out in her apartment complex. He has a works exercise room. There's a guy trying to get in, so she goes and lets him in. She didn't know the guy. I turned the volume off so we can talk during it.
Right.
It's pretty self-explanatory. So she's continuing to work out, and here he comes, trying to attack her. But she held her own though. She works out. So, but look what he's wearing. Like, what made you think he was coming to work out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
This is the new thing about. Yeah, she held her own. She, he didn't know how to. He didn't know how to wrestle.
She's a fucking jujitsu. Wow.
Yeah, so she fought him off. But here's the thing that I don't understand, right? So people were in the comments like, trying to tell women like, "Yo, be safe. If you see somebody trying to get in, don't let them in if they don't get their pass." Oh, you're victim blaming, so you can't tell the men to stop raping. And I was like, two things could be true. Like,
But then
if
again,
we can go
you're
tell,
an asshole if you don't let the guy in, and he may be dressed different, and he's really come there to work out.
fuck that.
You know?
Don't let them in. Okay, if I was trying to get into a weight room, me myself, and there was like one white lady in there by herself, and I forgot my key, and she says, "No, I can't let you in." I would be kind of pissed, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of understand because me myself, I'm 6'4", 300 plus, so I can understand her saying like, "No, I can't let you in if you don't got your pass," because she don't know me. No telling might try, but I'll go get my pass. I'll get my pass, come back and be like, "Look, I'm sorry. This is my name. I'm just trying to work out." Depends on what mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she didn't, and people were getting upset with people because people were saying she shouldn't have let him in. Like, no, don't let him in. This doesn't look like it's afternoon time. It's like it's at night sometime, and she's in the weight room by herself. There's nobody in there working.
I would
Don't
say
let some
she
strange
just
man.
should have ignored him. She should have pretended like she didn't hear him, like she had headphones in or something. Because the only other way he could get in is if somebody else came and opened the door. But now that means there's somebody else in there with her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just ignore it. Just keep working out. Put your headphones in if you don't have them in. Just because that I have to agree with Roz on that one. I'm not opening that door. Okay, okay. If you catch me in the gym, somebody please take video of that because that's gonna be
Like I said,
valuable one day. The
I'll be
one day
pissed that you wouldn't
Michelle
let
goes
me in, but I'll
viral.
be like, okay, I kind of understand. You're in there by yourself, and here I come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Telling I'm on no
True.
matter what I'm dressed in. But he coming up with some slides and some, he's like, get out of here, man.
I guess, but you can't really do that these days now. I
You
feel like
should.
you can't really make a decision based on how someone's dressed.
That's a life or death. That's a life or death decision. Because
Yeah.
let's say he had a gun or a knife on him, it would have been a wrap for her up in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. You gotta. Yeah, I think you live in this perfect world where everybody, I want to judge him, be called a Karen, but sometimes you do get called a Karen. Like, look, I didn't know you. I don't know you. I'm sorry. I didn't want to let you in. I didn't.
Well, what was the outcome? Did it tell?
Well, he got arrested. She fought him off, and he got arrested.
So she got did he run?
Yeah, he got out. He ran or something.
Damn.
But here's a good question: did he follow her there? Because if he just randomly walked up to that, who's to say it wasn't gonna be Roz in there working out?
Yeah, right?
Creeps. That's why they take that chance. Creeps don't care. They gonna take that chance to try to,
No, that I don't believe that. That sounds like he either followed her there or scoped out that she like was looking through a window or something and saw that she was there alone.
Yeah, he probably did.
Cause just on the off chance that maybe there's a woman in here alone, it could have very easily been somebody as big as Roz or two or three guys in there that just left, work or whatever. That I think he followed her, or he either he knew her routine, he followed her, or he scoped her out through the windows. That wasn't a chance encounter. I don't
Yeah,
think.
he knew like what nights she worked out or something.
Either
Hmm.
way, she should, don't open the door.
Yeah, I agree with that. The
And I hate
the how he got there is important.
and I
Yeah,
hate
you
what
try to be nice and
the thing I hate is that when somebody's happening, you men need to tell your friends to stop raping women. Like, I don't. It's not like if one of my friends was a rapist, it's not like they brag about it to us to his friends. Like, yo, I just got through caught three women slipping. We don't know till it's too late. And if we do
yep,
find out, we gonna handle it. Like no man has a crew where one person in the crew, is known for raping women. I mean, if they do, that's a sick crew, and they probably all do the same thing. They need to be taken care of.
yeah,
I wish I can tell all the men in the world, yo, stop, and they stop. We tell them stop all the time, but they still doing it because they sick in the head.
yep,
Wouldn't that be interesting if somebody had the power? I'm sorry, I've been like I said, I've been doing a lot of D&D. But say we had, a spell where we could say all the rapists in the world stop,
yeah,
die, or stop and disappear. Do you know how many people,
You'll
and
be
I
shocked
didn't
who
say
disappeared.
men, I said people would disappear?
You'll be shocked at who disappeared too.
it would be so
This is
great
very
if they
true. We
could
would
have
be.
everybody's DNA to figure out what crimes were committed and solve them so that innocent people didn't go away and the guilty people did. But then they'd have to take everybody's DNA, and that's not what this country's about. So I was thinking that the other day that it'd be so great if they had our DNA so that when a crime was committed, boom, you knew who did it.
I
They
think
got it.
they got it.
They got it.
They just
They
don't
they
use it for
sold
that.
it to you as find out your ancestry.
Not
Yep,
even that. Not
I
even
heard
that.
about that.
Going to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? You get
Blood, urine, all that.
they
Yep,
had
they got it.
that's what everybody talking about. Man, they gonna track you. They gonna get all your information. They got your information.
Yep,
If you have a cell phone, they have
You walk
everything they
around,
need.
exactly. You walk around with it in your back
true.
pocket.
You know how much information is on the iPhone? I was like, God damn, this motherfucker's nosy.
Yep,
When I first got it, I was like, damn, this thing must know everything.
yep.
iPhones are nosy.
You say something that you're looking for a mattress, you want a fucking bed. Next thing you know on Facebook, it shows up with an ad for a mattress.
Exactly.
Curtis said you
It
can't trust the
listens to
police.
you.
Like,
So you ought to show Madonna's face right now. Do you have her face?
oh, let me find that.
Mm. Madonna showed up at the Grammy Awards and everybody was going ballistic over her face. I think Jimmy Fallon or Kimmel, whatever, Jimmy, whatever,
Jimmy Kimmel.
had a picture of her face and was making fun of it because I don't know, when you start doing shit to your face and adding fillers and doing all that, when you start getting older, it just makes you look really old. It just makes you look really bad.
I'm trying to find a big
And
picture. Hold on 1 second.
Madonna does not look like Madonna anymore. Like 10 years ago, they showed a picture of her. She looks good. She's in her 50s. She's aging. She looks like Madonna. But now with all these fillers in her cheeks and her near her nose and the marionette lines, it just looks, oh my God. It looks so
What are
bad.
marionette lines?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
She just looks
Oh,
so
man, I should play
bad.
this video. Hold on, I'm not gonna play the video because they get this taken off. But like,
Hmm.
and plus the BBL she got.
Yeah.
No BBL.
That was insane. She got a crazy ass BBL. She didn't even get something that was like, it looks like implants.
Wait, like there's like small, medium, and large.
Yeah. Ugh. Look at that big old head. No.
I
No.
don't know. Hey,
She's
I
got
don't think
no
she looked
wrinkles, but
bad.
hey, no wrinkles.
did she not? Does she not know that people would notice that?
You don't look at
like
those big old
like Madonna.
cheekbones.
We know your age. How old is Madonna?
Yep. She don't look the same.
She's 64. She's 64?
Yeah, can you believe that?
That's
Let me see if
64.
I can find the
That's
picture.
that's a
Yeah,
lot of work. That
Yep.
is a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I'm tripping.
A lot.
But
What is that?
What
happened to her?
happened to her?
she
don't know.
turned 64.
Yep.
That's what
And
happened to her.
and decided to, can we see this or not?
You can see it,
Do
yeah.
all kind of crazy shit to her
Look at the
face.
chin. Oh wow.
Yep. She should have just stayed the way she was without all the filler. But hey, I guess when you got that much money, you can decide what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want.
Yep. Here's one where her face just looks really strange. It looks almost alien-like with that.
Well, yeah, because they just peeling it back, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep. Well, guess what? It's about that time.
well, it's about that time because you are Marcy Diamond. You can find you on Twitter and Marcy Diamond 2. Why is it 2? Because the second Twitter, they banned the first one. You can also find her on TikTok with the same Marcy Diamond and her website, www.pog.life. Make sure you check that out. And once they have Ken Shock, check her out on Twitter at KenShock29. Make sure you follow her and talk to her and tell her, make her algorithm a lot better because he sees nothing on Twitter.
Post more feet pics, tell her.
And I am Roz Mix. You can find me on all social media at Roz_Mix. Make sure you check out my YouTube at Roz Mix. Subscribe to the channel. Share the videos. Make sure you share this video. Share. We need you guys to share the podcast. Let everybody know about the podcast and what we're talking about. Oh, boy. Got a comment. Any last words before we shut it down?
What's the comment? Ooh,
Great
Curtis.
stuff.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you, Curtis. Make sure you subscribe and share it and let people know about us. Any last words before we shut it out for the night?
No, but thank you all for watching.
All right. Thank you all. We'll see you guys next week. Love y'all.